Good day, everybody. And since you know now a little bit on how to research domain names and everything else, and you've picked a domain name, one thing I just want to let you know is if this is going to be a first time getting web hosting, a lot of times your host will let you have a domain name. They won't charge you for your first one. Okay. If you already have a domain and you already have a website, you already have WordPress, you really don't need to watch this video. I would just continue on to the other videos unless you want to see if somehow you can save some money or enhance your own website. It's up to you to watch or not. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go to my desktop and we're going to go through the process of obtaining web hosting. Okay, everybody, welcome to my desktop. And I just want to be upfront with you. I don't have a lot of experience with a whole bunch of different web hosting companies. I've mainly stuck with 3 of them, and one being this Bluehost here, and another being HostGator, and another being GoDaddy. Now, I know for sure that Bluehost and HostGator are like the best 2 hosting companies there are online. If you want a discount on hosting, Bluehost has the best discount at $3.95 per month. I just want to explain one thing. It's $3.95 per month, but you have to sign up for 3 years to get that $3.95 per month. If you go through GoDaddy, they're going to charge you a lot more. Plus, if you want to have a WordPress website, they're going to charge you extra for that also. HostGator, on the other hand, they charge you $4.95 for the first month. After that, it's $15 per month. If you go do the math, the $15 per month would cost you roughly about $175, $180 per year for web hosting. If you take the $3.95 per month, that's going to cost you about $142 for 3 years. So in 3 years at $185 for the year, you can see how much money you can save by just go ahead and getting it for 3 years. So it's totally up to you. I'm not going to try to interfere in your decision. I think cost-wise, $3.95 a month is a better option. But if you don't have the $142 right off the bat to sign up for 3 years, then I think maybe it'd be better off if you just went with HostGator and just did the $15 a month. The thing is, if you choose one, I would stick with it because all your files and everything's going to be on that hosting company, and to change everything over if you want to go to a different hosting company is a real big pain in the what. I don't even want to go there. I'm going to go through on how to sign up with Bluehost. If you want to go through HostGator, it's virtually the exact same way. These 2 companies mirror each other almost exactly. So we'll get started. So, just like anything else, you're going to click on this Get Started Now button. And as you can see, the $3.95 per month is the basic version. You get one website and 50 gigabytes of space for $3.95 per month. I would recommend, though, that you go with the $5.95 per month. This is also for a 3-year buy-in. But like I said, it's still cheaper than HostGator if you're going to go that route. But with this one here, you get unlimited websites. And with my experience, once you build one website, you're going to want to try to experiment with other websites. That's just, what I've seen through my years of being on the internet. You always want to try something different. So I would go with that one. You don't really need this Prime one. This is for businesses. So I would just go with this one. So I'm just going to select this one here right now. You can choose whichever one you want, but we're going to select that one. Now, if you went through the last tutorial and you have a domain name that you had picked out, if you haven't purchased the domain name yet, you can put it right in here, and then you go next. Or you can say, I have a domain name if you already purchased it, and put it in here. It's totally up to you, okay? What do you want to do? I'm going to just put in here something. Okay, that domain wasn't taken. I put Ray's Boys. Go figure. All right, so now this part right here is really simple. You just fill in all your information. I'm not going to fill in this information. I'll let you fill in your own information. And these are the packages. So if you want $5.95 for 36 months, that's what you'll pay, is $5.95 for 36 months, and it's going to cost you $214. It'd still be cheaper for 36 months than going with HostGator, paying $15 a month over the 3-year period. You're going to pay 3 times as much almost. So that would be the way I would go. Or, and you can take this off here, this privacy protection. Don't really mind. Site backup, they charge another $2.99 per month. Site lock, you don't need that. So I would go for all of that so you don't have to get any add-ons. So then here you would put your credit card information and you would click continue. So we're going to continue on the page that you would go to after you fill in all your information. Okay, now once you fill out all the information and put in your credit card information and that, you're going to get an email from Bluehost, and they're going to give you all the credentials. They're going to give you your password and your login information. And what's most important is they're going to give you your DNS information, which is what points your domain name to your website itself. You need to keep all that information in a folder somewhere on your desktop or wherever you can find it. Write it down, whatever. You don't want to lose this information, okay? So after you get that information, it's going to tell you how to log into your account. People ask me, hey Ray, do I really need to, purchase my own website? What about a free website? You could do blogger.com, you could do, Wix.com. There's so many different free options out there for websites. There's only one problem with the free websites though, and I've experienced this myself through the years, that you create a free website. Now that website starts getting some momentum, people start visiting, you start doing really good on it. All of a sudden, the company goes out of business. And boom, all of a sudden overnight, everything you work for is gone. That's one problem. Another problem is they're not really free, in the fact that free website hosting always puts advertisements on your website. So all the traffic you send to that website, you're actually advertising for the company that you have your website on. It's much better to have your own real estate, what I call internet real estate, and just go ahead and pay for web hosting. It's really cheap. It only costs you, you've seen what it costs you, $200 for 3 years, and your domain name costs you like $12 a year. That's really cheap. So forget about the free stuff and just go. So once you log into your new account, your brand new account, you're going to come to what's called a control panel. So we're going to go back to my computer now, and I'm going to show you what your control panels looks like. Okay, so this is what your control panel will look like when you get into your domain. Now that you signed up for the first time, so you don't have to worry about propagating your domain name that you bought from someplace else to go to your new hosting plan, because it'll already be done for the first time you created your account. So what you would want to do then is you would want to go down to here, a quick install. Now as of this time I'm recording this, this is what you're going to see on any control panel in either HostGator or Bluehost. They have the same control panels. If you find another hosting account that has a control panel, it will always look like this. I don't know why, they all look the same, but it's very efficient. So you'd want to go to quick install. Okay, so now once you get into quick install, you want to install WordPress. Now every time you go to install a WordPress website, it's going to ask you, oh, do you want one of these paid versions? You're going to say, no, I want the free version. But first you have to pick a domain name. Now I have a lot of websites, as you can see. So what you would want to do is pick one of these. I'll just pick one. I don't think I have a website hooked up to this one yet. We'll see. It'll tell me if I do or not. And you would just say next. So you would probably have only one domain name that you could just pick and say okay. You're going to have to check off that you agree with the terms of service, and you're going to want to put a blog title. Whatever niche that you're in, I'll put in, like we were talking about the last lecture, with my photography store, right? And now you're going to put an admin username, whatever you want. I will just put one in here just for that, and whatever your first name is and your last name, okay? And then you're going to put in your admin email address. I always use my Gmail account. And then you're going to click install. Okay, as you can see, it is installed. This is the .com that I installed it on, my username, and this is the password. Now what you want to do is you want to copy this password, and you're going to put the username that you picked, paste in your password that you just seen there, and you're going to log in. Okay, now once you're logged into your account, first thing I want you to do is to go here and to edit profile. Then I want you to scroll down where it says new password. So you want to generate a new password. I want you to put in a password that you're going to remember, okay? So I'm just going to put in one just for ha-has, and it's very weak, and it says confirm you want to keep the very weak password, and you just update it. That's it, okay? So now first off, I want to show you what your photography site looks like when you first install WordPress. As you can see, there's nothing, just a blank white thing. Now this must have been an old install that I had. If you wanted to see what you had installed there as far as the theme goes, you just click on the themes. And as you can see, this is the theme that came up automatically, this 2017 theme. Now I hope you would agree with me. It's really simple to get web hosting and to set up WordPress. If you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask me. I will answer any question anybody ever has any time of the day that I get the question anyway. So now that you have WordPress installed and you have the basic version of WordPress, which is not what we're going to install on this website, we're going to install a very, very highly engaging website that you'll see. You're going to like what you see. Also, after that, I'm going to do another website. It's going to be a plugin that is going to be used for affiliate people that want to do review sites. Some people like to start off with affiliate marketing. That's usually the easiest place to start off when you're first starting online. But some of you might have an expertise that you want to have a bona fide website that people will love to come and see and engage with your website. And that's what we're going to do. So I'll see you in the next lecture.